All right, so today we're taking a look at 3 Azur Lane figures. These are the ones that I got in the previous merch haul. If you haven't watched that video, link down below. Let's take a look at this. I will say this box is awesome in size. Seriously, if companies can start making boxes more like this, I would save a lot of space. Now granted, this figure isn't actually standing up, so you know, it's probably a lot easier to minimize the packaging size, but you get what I'm saying. In other news, it took me 240 pulls to pull my first Lapland the Unemployed. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I got Siege Pot 6 super early, so. Oh, she has a swappable faceplate with hard eyes. I'm probably not gonna be using that one. You know how most figures, when they have 2 sets of blister packaging, they usually stack them on top of one another, but this one's kind of all built in just like one blister packaging kind of. The lid for the second blister packaging is the second half of the figure's blister packaging. Usually you can just pull out the second one from here, but you can't do that for this one because the lid is where St. Louis is. All right, taking out the base. Wow. You hear that? God damn, that's like a solid brick. And then you have the second faceplate, which has the heart eyes and the open lips. I won't be using this particular faceplate, but it's there if you want to use it. So I'm actually just gonna put this back. So her dress is actually glittery. If you rub your finger on here, you can get some glitter on your finger. I'm sure some people will appreciate that level of detail. I think this is actually my first figure from Elegant. I'm just paying attention to see if the QC is good, and it does look pretty good. Okay, so she does have her ponytail, of course, which you just plop on the side of her head. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can just put her butt on the couch like that, and you're good to go. All right, next up, we're taking a look at St. Louis from Alter. We do have instructions, but they do seem pretty simple, so won't be needing that. Let's take a look at the base. At first glance, it does seem like just a basic black oval piece of plastic, but it does have a little bit of a design on there if you get the light shining on it correctly. On the bottom, you have a triangle with St. Louis and Azur Lane on it. There's no pegs on this, so technically you don't need to display the figure with this, and I assume most people won't. The stool that she sits on, her handbag, and then we have St. Louis. Oh my God. The glitter on this dress is pretty hard to get off compared to the Elegant one. So aside from the occasional glitter that shouldn't be on her skin, I don't really see any blemishes. Considering that it is from Alter, I don't really expect any. Her butt on the stool here. Make sure her foot is lining up on the bottom. Handbag over here. Okay, last up. I'm pretty excited for this one. This is her Dreams of the Hazy Moon version, 1/7 scale, made by Good Smell Arts Shanghai. First off, the box is beautiful. I love the blue and white. It's got some very nice graphics and pictures of the figure all around the sides. On the back, you got a bigger shot and of course a couple of close-ups. Whoever designed this box definitely knew what they were doing. You have her bosom just popping out of the frame there. It might be a little bit hard to get on camera actually, but it does have a little bit of that holographic TCG card look to it. You can tell when a GSC figure is going to be good when they use this type of box. Oh, I like the inside of the box. Nice clean white design. You do have the Sakura Empire logo in the back with the silhouette of the figure. There's little to no assembly. There's like a few little accessories that you kind of have to put in place, but aside from that, the figure does seem to be put together already. So this little piece here has the wine glass and the wine bottle with its little shelf. Oh my God. Just take this out from the top here. Okay. Has some foam. Let's get this out now. Oh, there is some tape here. Put the wine glass in her hands like that. And then the little shelf here goes right on the right side. There's a little peg hole. Ooh, snap. That was a really good snap. All right, so we have all three figures. Let's kick it off with Elegant. So this figure is St. Louis Luxurious Wheels illustration version. And considering that this is my first figure from Elegant, I am quite pleasantly surprised. From the sculpt work all the way to the paint job, pretty decent work. Proportions are nice. Fine sculpt for her fingers, her toes, her legs. The nice little details when it comes to her jewelry, the strands in her hair. Now, I know some people on MFC were complaining about the dress because the glitter does fall off quite easily. Like if you just like skim your hand over, you might actually have some glitter. I don't think it's too bad, so it's not really that big of a deal to me, but keep that in mind. That is my other nitpick. The ponytail comes off way too easily. This could just be my unit, but this has like no resistance at all. Like almost feels like the hole is too big. The skin tone is great, a good amount of shading where it needs to be. Paint job on the hair is pretty good. I do think the hair color could have been a little bit more lighter in color, but I do think it's more on the darker blue side. I love the pose, her legs in the air, very sexy. Now the figure itself is based off of her Luxurious Wheels outfit from the game, but it's specifically imitating this illustration right here. Of course, without the supercar. She's sitting on a couch. And the couch is actually fairly well detailed as well. If you shine it in the light correctly, you will see a little bit of the leather wrinkles that this couch would typically have. I also really like the pillows too. And of course the manju, very cute. So if you want this one, I would recommend picking it up. Retailed for about 19,000 yen, and I'm pretty sure you can also get it pre-owned if you want it a little bit cheaper. Now, if I were to compare this to Alter's St. Louis, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm gonna have to give it to Alter. They just did a fantastic job on theirs as well. This one particularly is based off of the actual illustration from in-game, of course, minus the supercar. So the pose isn't exactly the same because she's sitting on a stool instead of the car. But you get the gist. Excellent paint job and body sculpt. Of course, when you're buying really nice characters from like Azur Lane, for example, the sculpt work is really what's going to sell the figure, and they did a fantastic job here. Really nice legs, nice dainty fingers, good looking feet, and her backside is just super sexy. You can actually really see like the back muscles, nice and toned. She's got a lot of skin fold there. Alter's very cultured. I also really like the details as well, like the jewelry that she's wearing. Very nice. Her handbag is looking clean. Facial expression is really good. Very raunchy thong. I mean, the whole dress has got that sexy look to it. The glitter on Alter's dress doesn't come off as easily, but it still can come off. I love the color that they went for her hair. It's not too dark of a blue. I think this is perfect. Now, her calcium cannons on this one are humongous. On Elegance, it's pretty big, but when you take a look at this one, it's like huge. It's massive. I also do want to say is that the tips are sculpted. Alter, you did a killer job on this figure. Retailed for about 20,000 yen, so it's about a 1,000 yen difference between the two. So if you were debating with yourself between which one to get, I would probably recommend Alters, but you can't get Alters anymore, at least for retail price, at least on Amiyami that I checked. You can get it pre-owned, but it actually doubled in price. And the reason for this is because whenever it comes to figures, if the erogenous zones are actually there and they're sculpted, typically they go up in price, especially when it comes to this specific dress. I mean, it's a very popular dress, a lot of fan art. And even though this figure is not cast off, people can make it cast off very easily by just like snipping the shoulder straps. Now, St. Louis does have another figure coming out, which is the swimsuit one. It actually recently just went up for pre-order. I can't remember. I think it was around 17,000 yen. I can't exactly remember the price. I already have it pre-ordered. I'm pretty excited for that one. Last up we have here is Shinano from GSC. This is her Dream of the Hazy Moon version, I think. But she was one of my most anticipated figures for the year, and I already have her. And well, she fits the bill. This is definitely one of the Azur Lane figures I would consider a Grail class figure. When it comes to sculpt work, immaculate. I love the tails, very mofu. The hair is beautifully sculpted, like super sharp, nice strands, a lot of detail. Her facial expressions got that really dreamy, hazy look to it. Literally just sit perfectly. It's insane. They look so good. The person who designed the back of the box for this one, with a bosom popping out of frame, yeah. Love the details on her outfit as well with all the various flowers. Love the color scheme with the blue and white. Love her shoes. On her lower half, it actually has sort of like a see-through look. You can actually see the skin of her legs. I think I would have preferred just a flat white, but it's a nice detail. The pose itself is very elegant. I love the base. It's like rectangular pieces of blue wood. And then the middle portion is kind of like a crystal pillar that's going up. It's got like this gold crescent moon in the background, which has a shelf attached to it with candles, flowers, and the wine bottle. Oh, this can actually move. I should probably... Is this straight? The wine bottle actually has some detail on it as well. It's got like this own Azur Lane wrapping on it. Pretty nice. And I love the wine glass. Her hair does kind of seem a little bit flat because it's such a light color of blue. It's kind of hard to see the tonal variations in the color. So it does look a little bit flat, but I still think it looks really good for this. My only complaint with this one is that she does seem a little bit smaller than she did in the promotional photos. This is, I think, supposed to be a 1/7 scale, but realistically, I think it's more of a 1/8 scale than a 1/7 scale. So yeah, my only nitpick, she does seem a little bit smaller than I thought she was going to be. Retailed for about 34,000 yen, so definitely not a cheap figure by any means. I think you can get her pre-owned as well if you want a little bit of a discount, but I'm planning to get Shinano's 1/4 from Mimioi whenever that happens. I have no idea. I feel like Apex is gonna get theirs out before Mimioi even has a prototype for theirs, so. But that's pretty much it from me. If you guys do enjoy the content here and feel like helping out, consider checking out the Patreon page. It's down below. You can get access to early videos and the Discord. If Patreon's not your thing, whenever you're buying anime merchandise and you happen to use any of the sites linked down below, please use my affiliate links. They help out. Oh, which by the way, a little bit of sad news. Well, for me, not really for you. Tokyo Takamoto actually sent me an email this morning and they're closing their affiliate program, which is a little bit sad because out of the websites that I do have affiliate programs with, Tom had the best one. So after the end of June, they won't have an affiliate program anymore. That was a good portion of like extra income that I used for these videos. So that sucks. But yeah, if any of you guys are buying merch from Tokyo Takamoto before June, feel free to use my link. Thanks. Oh my God. Okay, let's get these in the details.